This shit's still playing in the background. You know what? I'm gonna just let it play. I ain't even gonna cut it out. What's going on, y'all? It's been a minute since I recorded. Y'all ain't gonna be able to tell. First of all, I ain't really got no subscribers yet. But it's been like it's been a minute. It's been like a week and some days since I recorded. But been a long week. But yeah, nigga back, man. Hopefully I ain't say nigga within 30 seconds. You know, still learning. I've been on YouTube, as you can see in the background. But first, we're gonna get into first we're gonna get into y'all liking and subscribing to my channel. Please do. Also, hey, throughout this week, while I haven't been, recording or nothing, I did a first time experience, y'all. I'm gonna make a video about that. Yeah. Not right now. Probably not today, but I'm gonna make a first time story time about that. Cause it was pretty fun. That shit was fun. But for right now, y'all just don't forget to like and subscribe. That's all. And let's see, y'all can't tell, but I'm looking at the literal 6 videos I put on my watch later list. So I'm really trying to just decide which one I want to do first. Which one we gonna watch first? I mean, we're gonna make this a short video. We're just gonna make this kind of a welcome back for me. Nigga, I'm welcoming myself back. Fuck y'all. Anyways, it's called Georgia Sheriff and City Sergeant Threaten to Arrest Each Other. I just found that. Funny. The channel is 11 Alive. That's 11 capital A LIVE. No spaces. I don't know. But hey, let's get into it, y'all. It's an ad playing right now. I forgot the headphone part of the whole YouTube thing, you know. Told you it's been a minute. Yeah, is this nigga okay? This still the ad. Why he... Hold on, bro. Why he... Hey, bro, these ads is crazy. Okay. Now we into it, y'all. We got Sheriff Ken Henderson.
Go pull the video at Valero. You get on my traffic stop again, I will arrest you. Yeah, I'll arrest you right now. Do it, buddy. And we're going to do it.
Well, do it, buddy. Do it. Do it, buddy.
Do it. You're ignorant. Do it, Ode. Go for it. Do it. There's cameras at Valero, and there's cameras at Napa that sees you pulled out. Shut your mouth. You don't talk to me like that. I'm not your boy.
I'm not your boys. I'm not your boys. You don't talk to me like that. Boy, you see how them niggas, whoa, boy, it's gonna get to rolling in this.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Everybody, thank you. Thank you.
Wow, how...
Why he breathing so hard from a verbal altercation? They said Georgia Sheriff and City Sergeant. So I don't know if that's the sheriff, but that could be a sheriff deputy. They said Sheriff Ben. Yeah, usually they got Sheriff something first and last. That's the sheriff. So I think that was the sheriff. And City Sergeant would be police. If y'all know anything about sheriffs and police and different jurisdictions, we're not gonna get into that. We're not gonna get into that. That's a whole nother story time and a whole nother video. But yeah, so it's basically when I'm thinking of the sheriff is arguing it. The county sheriff is arguing with the city police sergeant. Man, crazy. Watch it, buddy. Watch it.
rowdy is that? The sheriff of a North Georgia county and a city police officer threatened to arrest each other in the middle of a traffic stop. The Hiawassee officer's body cam
Now that he explained it like that, what you think the nigga getting pulled over was doing? That nigga was getting ready to pull off, just looking in his mirror like, if you kept looking at Simon in his review like this. Hold on, they arguing. Them niggas. Should I pull off? Yeah, they still arguing. He said, I'll arrest you. Oh, hell no. Let me go ahead and pull him. I mean, did he pull off or was he still sitting there? Y'all saw that logo that didn't say what you thought it said. It said something else that wasn't what you thought it was.
Heated exchange, 11 Alive Chief Investigator Brendan Keefe with a video through open records and from one of his sources in Towns County. Brendan?
And that's right, Jeff. It's an extraordinary recording. Two cops, one the elected sheriff himself,
right.
The other the Hiawassee police officer, exchanging profanities. The officer after the driver essentially wasn't in ear range. But those threats of arrest in front of the driver who had just been cited for speeding. The clash occurred last week amid a jurisdiction dispute where the Towns County Sheriff accused Hiawassee officers of making stops and pursuing suspects outside the city limits.
Oh.
Inside the city or out here? Just right here.
Now hold on, since I still don't know how to edit, I'm gonna have to pause it and run it back, so y'all ain't gonna see it. I'm about to watch it back real quick. I'm about to listen to what dude said. So I know law a little bit. I know law more than a little bit. So what he said about city limits. That's why I said sheriffs and police are not the same. I didn't pre-watch this. I didn't know it was actually going to be like a jurisdictional issue. So if y'all don't know, this is true. I'm in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. I don't know if this is true for y'all. When you in the city, the street signs are green. That signifies police and sheriffs have jurisdiction all over the county. Duh. If you're in that county, the sheriff can pull you over. So they have jurisdiction. That's how it works. Or if you're in the city, generally, for most parts, sheriffs don't cruise around to patrol like police officers. But when you're in city limits, the street signs are green. Like I said, it is true for me in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. I don't know about y'all. And when you go outside city limits, the street signs are blue. It's what that's like the special reporter for the news channel. What he just said the sheriff, maybe the sheriff's office, I didn't really listen. I didn't really hear it. The sheriff's office accused the police of pulling people over outside of city limits. That means they were pulling people over where there's only blue street signs. It's county, which means they are out of their jurisdiction. Police officers only have jurisdiction inside the city limits of the city, if y'all didn't know that. And the sheriff's got jurisdiction everywhere else and in the city. Okay? So police can't, once a police officer crosses the city limits line, they have no jurisdiction. They legally and lawfully, they cannot pull you over. They do, and you prove it was past city limits, it'll be thrown out in court. Unless it's like a imminent threat to the public or imminent threat to a person. Like if a police officer is outside city limits, but he sees somebody with a gun robbing a stove, he can do something. He can intervene as like a above a civilian rank. It's some type of lawful shit. He can do something, but if it's like, nigga, if it's a 45 and you going 55, police officer cannot pull you over outside the county. Outside the city limits. So, if it's true that the city was doing that, pulling people over outside of city limits, sheriff was perfectly. He's a sheriff. I don't know about here today, but the sheriff department of the sheriff is in the right, because police. That's why there's city and there's county. You know what I'm saying? Generally, sheriffs patrol in the county, but they will go through in some cities. But police officers cannot. They can't do anything in the county, bro. They can only do shit in the city. I'm a true YouTuber. I'm turning a 3-minute video to a 15-minute video. Boy, you better like and subscribe.
Do it, buddy. And we're gonna do it. Charges against your ignorant. Do it, Ode. Go for it. Do it. There's cameras at Valero, and there's cameras at Napa that see you pulled out. Shut your mouth. You don't talk to me like that. I'm not your boy.
See who pulled out. I'm not your boys.
Thank you, sir. Everybody.
He said, you don't talk to me like that. I'm not your boys. He don't understand. You don't understand law, bro. Sheriffs are immediately above police officers, G. And for those of y'all that's like, I don't know what I'm talking about. watch this. Every county has to have a sheriff, or in Louisiana, a parish. But not every county has to have a police department. Truly constitutional figures that have authority are elected, not hired. True people that work for the government, and they work and they uphold the Constitution, true law, they are elected. What did the news reporter say? He said there was an argument between the county's elected sheriff, Ben Henderson, I think that was his name, and the city police sergeant. City officers are hired. Sheriffs are elected. Remember that?
Thank you.
He talking about some like, I'm not your boys. You gotta listen to him.
Now that's a city police officer.
Now, if there is an issue being investigated by the police, the sheriff department doesn't really have any right to just come in and be like, no, we're gonna handle this, unless there's a concrete reason why the sheriff's department would be more fit to handle that particular case or particular situation. But technically, since they are the sheriffs, it is happening within their county, so they have overall jurisdiction. If y'all get what I'm saying, that's you know what I'm saying. That's how it works. That's why you may get pulled over by the police, but where do you go? The county jail. Well, that's how it works in Murfreesboro. You might go to the city police department, holding center to jail, and then you might. But when you spend a little time, not state, not fed, that's the county jail. Am I lying? Tell me I'm lying. We all watch Cops, live PD for the most part. Tell me I'm lying.
And the elected sheriff himself, the Hiawassee police chief, called it an unfortunate event. The Towns County sheriff wouldn't take my call today, directing our questions to the county attorney instead, who told 11 Alive investigates that the sheriff's behavior on camera was, quote, the result of a broader issue that will be investigated by the proper authorities.
They was both acting stupid.
The GBI has been notified, and the district attorney in Towns County is involved. There's no word on any consequences for the police officer, but the sheriff can't be disciplined or fired, except by the voters, because he's an elected official who answers only to the voter.
Answers to the people. Y'all better learn law, bro.
We also obtained a secret recording.
We think as civilians, only lawyers, judges, people that work in court need to know law. That's stupid. That's stupid. The courts and all of that is to protect whose rights? The people's rights. So the people need to know their own laws, so we can easily and readily identify when we've been violated. It's not up to just lawyers and judges. The people should know just as much as the lawyers and judges. There are rights that need to be protected. Duh.
On which the sheriff can be heard calling Hiawassee officers the enemies of the sheriff's office. 11 Alive investigates. Well, we're just getting started, and we'll have more on this case next week.
That's all for that one. Y'all better learn law. Y'all better learn law. Telling you, boy, I got a little knowledge on that. I'm gonna catch you on the next one.